Hello, guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to No For Real Podcast, Eid edition. This is the second Eid of the year.
Yes.
Happy Eid to y'all.
Happy Eid.
This episode is going to come up probably second day of Eid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
second day
of Eid.
exactly. We are very, very happy, and we wish good things happen to this world.
I hope
during
you
these
guys,
times.
Eidun, you enjoy the Eid
Yeah.
and actually live the Eid festivities and the parties and the occasions and everything.
And the food.
The food. I personally found out about Eid about 2 weeks ago. I always know there is a Eid, but I just didn't know when it was coming up. And
The exact day.
The exact
Yeah.
day. First, and then I think 5 days ago, somebody told me it was Monday. And then today, somebody told me it's Sunday. So it's very
Sunday.
close.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Yeah. But I'm excited.
I'm very, very excited.
You have any plans?
Just family. Just
Family.
spending it with family. First day, we're just gonna have breakfast together, and then
Nice.
we're gonna have dinner
I feel
together
like that's
as well.
my favorite thing about Eid is
Yeah.
the first breakfast together with
Yeah.
family I love it. I love it. It's just my
so-
favorite thing, to be honest.
It's so nice. And we'll just see how it goes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm probably just gonna have a really nice breakfast with Ali, which is my family, and we really do enjoy our time together. And then I really want to do some Botox, so I'm probably gonna do Botox. People usually do Botox before Eid and get ready for Eid. I personally did not know about Eid enough time for me to
So we're
update
gonna
my
get
Botox.
it on Eid.
In Eid, I'm gonna get my Botox, and it takes like 2 weeks, 3 weeks for it to kick in. So there is no point for me,
Yeah.
but it's okay. That's when I decided to do it. That's what I'm gonna do in Eid. And one pool day is a must. I have to go to the pool at least one day and swim. That's the plan. And what else? That's
Okay.
pretty much it. It's a pretty cool Eid. I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm not being able to talk.
It's fine. It
And it's a
happens to
podcast.
me a lot. It's fine.
Like that as a heck.
I'm zoning out a little bit, and it's
Don't
fine.
zone out, please.
I'm known for zoning out, baby girl.
A professional.
That's what I do for a living.
A professional zoner.
I zone out.
But that's pretty much what's gonna happen this Eid for
Yeah.
me.
That's good.
Yeah, I used to buy PJs for Eid. I didn't buy any PJs for Eid.
Oh, I
this
gotta
Eid.
do that today.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pulling up to Target to do it.
Honestly,
It's
Target has
best
the
thing.
cutest PJs.
Yes.
And they last forever.
So cute.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cute. Yeah, I literally have PJs from there.
And you know
for
it's
like
different. Like
years.
if you go to one Target and you go to another one, sometimes the
the clothes
the products are
yeah,
different.
Yeah. True. A little bit.
Yeah.
True. It depends.
what else?
My favorite types of Targets are the ones that when you're on a road trip and you just find a random one on the streets, they be having the
you'd
cutest
be
things.
surprised with what
Literally,
they have.
they have
sometimes.
like weird new stuff. So
Yeah.
love that. Yeah. So
How was your week?
this week was crazy.
Yeah.
I worked so much.
Yeah.
I overworked myself, to be honest. My bosses at work, they were gone for like a meeting out of the state. So everything was dumped on us,
Of course.
which is expected. It's normal.
Yeah.
But it was very, very hectic. So basically every day I come back from work, I'm taking my naps. And it feels so good. And I'm never giving
Small
up on
siestas.
any... Yes. Siesta until I die.
I'm surprised that we don't have a name for midday naps in the Middle East. Like
We do.
really need to. What
we
is
do.
it? What is it?
قيلولة.
That's very
نومة الظهر.
yeah, but that's very
That's
like,
what we do, and we used to do it, and we called it
it's
that.
very people still do it, by the way.
Yeah.
My family used to do it. I used to be the one who usually tries to do the things that I'm not supposed to do during that time. Like it was my favorite time. Everybody's sleep. It's my time to sneak out and do things that I want to do.
Same.
Honestly.
I regret it. I should have taken every advantage of those little
I
sleep
probably
times.
slept 2 to 3 times. That's it.
I had to be like pow pow to
Oh,
like
okay.
sleep a little
Yeah.
bit because I would throw a fit. I'm like always wanting to go outside and play soccer,
Yeah.
and my mom is like, "You gotta sleep," and
I know
we
it
would
was like
always,
something a must for like the Middle Eastern culture. To be honest with you, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's still the same, but I know my family still do it in the
yeah,
Middle East.
yeah,
so.
yeah, mine too,
Yeah.
mine too.
What I was gonna say, but like in Spanish, it's siesta. You know, there is a whole like special word to it. I wish we had like a special one word.
I'm telling you,
Like,
there
dude,
is
it's like a short nap.
that's
It
exactly
can-
what
it can-
siesta is.
Yeah, but like siesta is a specific time. I feel like I
It's a
can work at night.
specific time. For the Arab girlies, please tell us.
Okay.
It's a specific time.
I thought
when
Qailula is
when you
any
have
time.
no when you have lunch
Okay.
back home, everybody gotta sleep.
And
And
it's
then
open.
everybody wakes up,
Yeah,
and
I
then
know.
everybody goes out. The men are together drinking tea. The women are together drinking tea, and the kids are outside in the streets playing soccer.
Making some tea.
This literally making tea for the elder people to
enjoy
enjoy the tea. Yep, literally.
So funny.
Oh, I miss those days. I love those days. I think one of my favorite memories in Baghdad is actually that time after the nap.
Yeah. The after the nap.
Yes,
when it's
'cause you
evening
wake up,
time,
yes.
and it's a little bit chill.
And it's not as hot and everything, you know? Or actually, the actual nap time is also my favorite because sometimes I used to sneak out, and back home we have a generators. We did not used to have like electricity that goes on for 24
they
hours.
still do.
So, yes. And so me and my friends would go, and then we would go and turn off the electricity on specific houses just to mess around with them. And they would
Boy.
come outside pissed off, yelling at every single one of us.
You literally cannot
We
do
had a
that
blast.
in Iraq because people would notice that the AC is off within the first like
Yeah.
3 minutes because
3
it re-
seconds.
It's true. It
So
reaches like
hot.
117 last week. You said
Yeah.
Fahrenheit, which is insane.
Reaches 120, 130 sometimes, depends.
And it's just now. The summer just now started.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, of course, the hottest summer. Every year is going to be the hottest
Yeah.
summer recorded. So us here too, by the way. We are getting a heat wave this week, this coming week.
You send me something about a 3-digit heat wave
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
this week, so we're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, it's going to
I'm
be
so
hot.
excited. Actually, I'm not. I'm kidding. It's here. Here it's very humid. Back home it's dry hot. I can bear with that. Humidity, I cannot take it.
Yeah,
Something
but like
about
dry heat makes you dizzy.
yeah, I know.
Humidity, at least you have a moisture, you know. It's a lot of sweat. The sweat when it's humid, it's worse. Like you're dripping in
Yeah,
sweat.
yeah.
But at least there is something, you know.
I don't know,
And
my
it's better for our
allergies-
skin too, by the
But
way.
yeah, but my allergies get really bad.
Yeah, I mean it does. I mean, if
Yeah,
you think about it, it's
so-
the water particles in the
Yeah,
air
yeah.
holds the allergies. So if it's humid, you get more allergies. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
horrible. I hate it. But I don't know. I'm used to dry heat more than
Also, I want to say something. Nobody on Instagram mentioned anything about Eid. Nobody was like, oh, shopping for Eid. Nobody's like, makeup for Eid, what to buy for Eid. Nobody. There was nothing for me to get a hint that Eid is coming.
maybe your algorithms.
Maybe. Because, like, you know,
Yeah.
whenever we have an occasion, at least 2 weeks in advance, 3 weeks in advance, you see ads, you
Yeah.
see people talking about something, anything, you know. With Eid, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And I do follow a lot of Middle Eastern content creator.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I honestly did not see any of the people that are just chilling. I would notice it from on my algorithms. It's mostly like Palestine stuff. So Palestinian people just posting about Eid al-Adha and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, and praying and all of that. So that's literally how I got to it. I agree with you. A lot of like influencers and stuff like that, they're not even posting about it because I think that's not the image.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the algorithm.
It's
or it
not
doesn't
the-
fit their portfolio,
Yeah.
maybe.
That's just messed up because that's your culture.
Honestly, I'm okay with it. Like I'm fine with it. I got to a point where I know personally a lot of the people in the Middle East, a lot of the Middle Eastern people want to be Western wash so bad. So it's done. Like that. I see it. It's obvious. I get the image. I get your goal, and it's working. Good for you. You know. I mean, you can do whatever you want, to be honest with you. But don't think that people are naive and not notice it. People do notice it.
I don't.
And you
know.
just have to be honest with yourself. Like, just own up to it. If people ask you, don't be like, oh no, I don't do that. I'm very proud about my heritage. I'm very proud I'm representing my culture internationally. Please don't do that. Just don't do that. Speak for yourself, and that's it. Leave the culture alone, because you're not really representing the culture. Leave the people alone. Leave all that alone. Just represent yourself. Be like, yeah, I'm proud. I'm from there, and I'm representing myself here. Just stop saying that I'm representing any group. Please, just stop. I hate it. And it's one of the questions that I really hate here. Like, when people who have no idea about the Middle East ask me, so like, how do girls act, or how are girls like you in the Middle East? I'm like, I have no idea. I barely know me. You know what I mean? I'm barely discovering me. Like, don't look at me and feel like, oh, every Iraqi girl looks like her, you know?
It's not.
I don't represent anybody.
Exactly. I also hate that they put you on a pedestal that you now you're responsible of how everybody from your country is looking like if you look in a certain way.
Yeah, no.
That's not my responsibility. If
Absolutely.
I don't wear certain things, if I don't represent my culture in a specific thing, that does not mean that my culture is all looking like me.
Exactly.
And that does not mean that I don't love and respect my culture and practice it. Because I can practice my culture whenever I want to. It's mine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But also, going back to the same point, I don't really appreciate people who are still living in the Middle East.
Yeah, they don't
trying
appreciate it.
To look like someone else or act like someone else, and they don't even appreciate where they are at. You're never going to appreciate it unless you leave the country.
Yeah.
And then you're going to know that you are in a beautiful place and that you should really, really appreciate it. But it took us some time to figure out ourselves. So hopefully one day everybody...
I feel like when I first moved to the States, the first year was just a shock, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Plus, my mom is not very cultural driven, you know?
Yeah.
Like, my family is not a traditional Arab family. So when I first came here, I feel like the whole Middle East got deleted from me because there was no social media. My friends are miles and miles away. We didn't have WhatsApp, none of that. It's like, if I ever wanted to contact one of my friends, I would have to go to Yahoo chats, remember back then?
Yeah.
Or like send an email, or buy a card and put the number so I can get credit and call like my friends in the Middle East. Like, I was absolutely taking away from my environment and put in a new environment with no connection to my old environment.
Yeah.
I feel like that affected the first, like,
it gives you identity crisis. You're like, who am I?
So true. The first 5 to 6 years, it was that. It was before the cell phones and the smartphones and the social media. I was definitely Western washed. Like, when I look back at my pictures, I know that I had no thoughts about the Middle East. It's like the Middle East did not even exist in my world during middle school and high school.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just here in this world, and this all that I know. Now, like, especially after COVID, that's really what changed. Like, after 2019, I would say after 2020, to be more like accurate, after 2020, I feel like with the usage of social media, I feel so much connection. You know, I still feel I can see what my friends are doing right now. I can see what's going on in the Middle East right now, and I can call my friend right now if I want to.
And you visit it multiple times.
And I did visit it multiple times.
Connects you back.
But I feel like the internet plays
definitely
a huge part, honestly.
Because that's a daily thing. I feel
like, I swear to God, I feel like we all live in one world because of social media.
Yeah.
Even though we're so different, I'm telling you, like, I didn't even know about Eid, but yet I'm still seeing the people that are in the Middle East. I'm talking that I didn't know about Eid is because they didn't post about Eid, and I didn't think about Eid and the timing and everything. But I still see them almost every day, you know, especially if I'm on my phone for a long period of time, the algorithm will bring them for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how I
True.
know that I'm spending so much time on my phone. Is like when the algorithm starts bringing new people that I've never seen, okay, but they're still in my interest
Yeah.
zone, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Just
okay.
like right there.
Exactly. And I actually put a timer on my Instagram. Every 20 minutes, it tells me you've been 20 minutes on Instagram. Get out. And
Yeah.
it's lovely.
Yeah. I have the 15-minute
and it's
reminder,
nice,
and I can
right?
cancel it for the whole day, but it is nice.
It's helping.
Sometimes it's so scary though, because unconsciously I skip it,
and ignore it. And
ignore
move
it, and then just move on, and then an hour later I'm like
Oh.
still on the same, and I'm like, hell no, I gotta turn it off and
Yeah.
leave it. But like lately I've been just leaving my phone the hell alone,
Same. And it
unless
feels
I want to
so
check
good.
on news or check on something else, you know, or
Same.
artsy things, and then I'll just leave it.
Like
It's-
literally, if my phone is playing, it's a podcast.
yeah.
If you see me,
Something,
yeah,
yes.
it's something playing on my phone, but I'm not honestly on my phone.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I really think it makes me more humble, more realistic.
Yeah.
I just love it.
You
It's
connect
nice.
with yourself more, you know?
Yeah,
You don't end up just being like a zombie
yeah,
doing what you gotta do just because you gotta go by the day, you know? You actually start being creative. You
Yeah.
start thinking outside of the box because you're
True.
not just looking at the screen all the time. So it is good.
And I feel like, to be honest with you guys, I don't know why I feel like social media is becoming more commercial, in my opinion. Like,
It is. It's been.
even me, like if I want to create something and work hard on content, I know that content, there is a commercial goal behind that content. Like, it's uncontrollable. Before it's like, oh, I just care about outfits, I'm just gonna post outfits. Now it's all like commercial kind of goal behind it, which is, I don't know, I feel like it's
Yeah, but that's
contagious.
to you. That's a work. That's your work.
It is
you know.
work. Yeah, yeah,
so
it is.
it's nice like that. But for people who are not for consumers,
Yeah.
it's a lot more. You know, like it's a lot more. How do I say it? It's a lot more draining in
Yeah.
that sense. Because you have to
You're only
be careful.
consuming.
You have to be careful on where you're spending your money, and then also you have to be careful on not just being drawn into that cycle of you having to get something from the internet. Otherwise, you are not doing what you got to do. You know, like they put you in that space that you're always something in front of you, and you always have to buy something. So
About consumerism. The other day I was shopping online, but I didn't check out. What stopped me is that every store that I was looking at has an actual store here in Houston that I can go and
buy.
shop
Yeah.
from. And I was like, this is not okay. Me going online and buying a full outfit that is there in person is not okay. Like, I have to go to the store, check
Yes.
out the clothes, touch them, be more realistic and cautious, honestly, and meaningful about my purchases. And I feel like it helps financially so much.
it does. Financially, and it helps you mentally because you
Mentally.
are not drained
Yeah.
looking at things online, not knowing, like you said it, you want to touch, you want to feel, you want to have the experience.
Yes.
That's why I don't like the US, because everything is spread out and everything is so far one from another. Where
it's good
in
that you live in an area where everything is close. Like, you can still manage
Yes.
to live, but of course,
yeah, but like areas that are like 30 minutes,
Yeah.
40 minutes away from downtown, that you can't find nothing there. You'll
True.
find a coffee shop and a Domino's and a McDonald's,
it's
and
mostly
that's
food
it.
and restaurants.
Yes.
That's what Houston is known for.
But like you actually need to be in a place that everything is close to you, so you do activities every day. If you want eggs, you go downstairs and you get your eggs.
If you want to buy a shirt, go to multiple stores
Exactly.
in person and buy the shirt.
It's a whole experience.
Yes, I really gonna I'm truly, absolutely promised myself, and I've been doing that, not buying anything online unless it's only available online, especially when it
Yeah.
comes to clothing, especially when it comes to makeup.
Yeah.
Go in a store, go in person, first of all, you made a plan to hang out with yourself. That's one thing. You're seeing things in real life. That's another thing. And then you are decreasing the amount of returns that you have to do, or wasting money where you order something and you keep pushing on returning it, and then you never return it and you never use it. And I feel like you buy more online because
And the shipping.
Yes. No, you
Shipping.
buy more because you're not thinking like right. I feel like in person it's harder to purchase things because
Yeah.
you are more picky about the material and how it fits. Online, you're not going to know the material, you're not going to be able to touch it, and you're not going to be able to try it on until you get it. So,
Yeah.
no, absolutely.
And if you're thinking about shipping fees, when I was saying
Yeah.
sometimes overnight shipping is like $20,
Yeah.
$30, and you're really getting lazy for driving 30, 20 minutes, and you're
Yeah.
probably going to spend $5 of gas getting that, not much. And you're saving money, and you're having an experience,
For me,
and you're
it's
just
the
enjoying your
experience
time.
and doing something,
Yes,
to be honest.
yeah, it's
if you
nice.
have time, you have to do that.
It's
Stop
nice.
buying things online. Stop.
When I tell my friends that I'm going to the mall to get something, I still get like called crazy for doing this because
no,
I get
love
it. The mall is annoying. Yes, I would prefer like a small plaza
Like an
shops.
outside.
Yes, I
Oh.
prefer that. Which there is multiple ones.
Yeah,
Cyprus, there is
yeah,
one in Cyprus.
yeah.
It's nice, but the mall. I live like 5
We have
minutes
the
away
biggest
from the
mall in
mall.
Texas.
Yeah, and it's right there. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
would rather go here because it's closer, and then just get whatever
Every
I
time
want.
she tells me she's going to the mall, I get butterflies in my stomach. I swear to God.
Why
It
don't
makes
you
me so
join?
happy. Like, yeah, sometimes I don't have time, but like
Yeah.
you tell me, I love it. Like I kind of 1%, 2% live the experience through her words. I swear to God. I love it.
I enjoy it because also I know I'm a person that I know what I'm trying to get. And I know the
yeah.
stores that I want to, and I write them down on my phone so I don't
Yeah.
waste time, and I go and I have fun. And recently, if I go also thrifting, I love doing that. My friend Trisha put me on this. She's like, just take your headphones, put them on, and enjoy the experience. And
Yes.
it's so nice because I just play my own music and I go through the clothes like nothing.
One by one.
It literally goes by so fast. Before that, I would get lazy kind of picking because in thrifting there are so many pieces that are
Also, you have to be selective with the thrift stores.
Yeah.
Some thrift stores bring something trendy. Some of them don't. Bring a mixture of things.
and I like the ones that don't bring trendy things, to be honest, because you can find more unique things in them and they are cheaper.
Yeah.
They're, the trendy
the more
ones are
selective ones,
overpriced.
of course, they're gonna overprice their vintage.
So it just depends. Sometimes either one of them have nicer things, but I like the old traditional ones. But
Yeah. We are lucky we are in Houston. This is
Yeah.
why I'm telling you, I have to remind myself, stop online shopping, do everything in
True.
person. And I'm honestly liking it more. Unless I absolutely don't have time, I'm limited with time, then it's okay online.
Yeah.
Then it's okay. Other than that, just go, bro. Just go in person.
yeah. And I don't know how to explain it, but you do feel refreshed.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that in one of the
After you
episodes
physically
before.
do things.
Sometimes when I dwell in my thoughts for too long, or I feel like I'm trapped in this
Yeah.
place, I'm just gonna go down
Yeah. Walk.
down the street
Exactly.
and just like walk or get something from the grocery
Yeah.
store, anything.
Yeah. For real.
And it changes my whole mood. I come back home refreshed. I'm ready to work and do other things and be productive. So
And it's very healthy in today's world to actually push yourself out of your comfort zone, out of your house, and move your eyes out of social media and your phone, because I know everybody's comfortable doing that. Even when you go probably to parties and you don't know anybody, the first thing you do is just be on your phone.
Yeah,
I
I
know that's
hate
normal, and
that.
I know that's your comfort zone.
yeah.
That's everybody's. But I feel like if you truly push yourself out a little bit by a little bit out of that comfort zone, you're gonna see a change in your mood.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's unintentional, it's gonna happen because you're gonna be more realistic. Like online, everything is perfect, everything is edited, everything being cut and put out there for you to see on purpose. In life, whenever you leave the house, you see live nature.
True.
Things that can be unperfectly perfect, you know? So I feel like you just I don't know, you appreciate life more. You appreciate everything, and you start noticing that
True.
your phone is just a business. You either use it for your own benefit, or it's gonna be the end of you one day. So, and you're gonna be very old one day, be like, oh my god, I didn't do anything because you kept experiencing things through your eyes, not physically.
True.
So, that's how I feel about it. By the way, when I say these things, it's also for myself. It's not like I'm telling you guys what to do. I'm telling us what to do, and I'm reminding myself of these things, because if you keep telling yourself things, you're gonna do them. It's
Most of the time.
reminders.
Most of the time, to be honest, when we're talking,
It's for us.
we are talking also about us.
Yeah.
Because when I would want to listen to this 5-10 years down the line, I want to know exactly how I developed and how I grew as a person and what I have promised myself to do, and if I'm still doing it or I'm working on it to be a better person, you know? So
Agreed.
it's for us and it's for y'all. We are doing it for the both of us, for the girlies, for the
True.
people.
Do you have any Eid stories or things that are unwashed from your memories forever? Like, and it's about Eid.
So many.
Make sure it's not something we already shared.
Yeah.
I'm trying to also
I'm
think
trying
with you.
to, yes. I recently looked at pictures that we had that my mom brought from back home, and I used to hate the Eid outfits because my mom would pick them for me and I had to wear them. I had no other choice. And as a kid, I used to draw a lot of figures, and I used to fashion design.
Sketch, yeah.
Yes, sketch-wise. And my dad used to be like so supportive of my ideas and stuff, and my mom is like, whatever I buy you, you're gonna wear these.
She's like,
you
okay,
ain't got no
whatever.
other choice, girl.
Yes.
It's cold, especially because Eid back then it was in winter.
True.
So it's cold, and my mom does not want me to get sick or anything, and I have to wear certain things. So I remember all my Eid outfits, I really did not like them except one of them, and I looked at the picture the other day, and it was of me standing next to our date palm tree. It's just me, no one else is around, and my sister took it of me, and it was like a black jeans with the black boots and an anime shirt, even though I didn't used to watch anime, but it was an anime shirt, orange with like it was a turtleneck, and the turtleneck is black.
Oh,
but
wow.
it's orange. Yeah, it was like, and it was the same Eid. It's the bigger Eid, the
Okay.
same time now.
The 4-day Eid.
Yeah. And I love that picture. And whenever I saw it, I just remembered the whole day and how I took the picture and everything.
Oh, so you got flashback
of the I relived it. That's how I felt. And yeah, I love that picture. And I love that day because I remember we got a lot of idea from everybody. Like
So
they used
nice.
to have us, all the kids back home, they would have us like stand from the tallest to the shortest. And then we will get idea, which is money. And
Yeah.
Eid, they have to give idea to kids. And there were a lot of people that were coming to Baghdad from different states in Iraq. Family members. So that Eid was like the
A
most,
huge
we
one.
were bawling.
Yeah.
We had a lot of ideas. So it was cute.
I think I remember one time, I think during this Eid, most people kill a sheep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They,
A sheep or a cow or whatever.
yeah, a sheep or a cow, something like that. I remember one time I went with my grandpa before Eid to shop for a sheep, because we have areas and farmers where they breed sheeps. And this season is one of their busiest seasons. So people go and buy a sheep and then cut it and give some of the meat to their own family and some out to like friends, relatives, neighbors, things like that. Part of Eid traditional things.
Yeah.
So when I went with my grandpa, we picked, I think, one sheep, and I told him it's going to be my sheep, okay, till Eid. It was like probably a week till Eid.
Yeah.
And we had like a big farm, so I would go feed that sheep every day, take care of her or him, I have no idea. And it was like a bestie, for a whole week. It was something that I was obsessed with. And then here comes Eid and they want to kill it and take the meat, right? I told my grandpa that it's mine now and you have to buy it from me. So he paid me extra idea so I can give him the sheep. And I still think that's a baller move that at that age I thought about this trick and my grandpa was okay with it. He repurchased it from me. He bought it for himself, gave it to me, and I sold it back to him.
And that's a businesswoman. Ladies and gentlemen,
honestly,
learn.
It's so cute. I remember
Please
it.
learn, because I'm speechless. I could never.
He seriously came to my bed to convince me to sell it. I still remember it was the morning of Eid and I didn't want to. I was like,
I love that he did not go over your feelings, you know? Like, he was taking it seriously. That's
He
so
was
cute.
serious. I still remember
Yeah.
it. That's probably why I remember it, because he honestly was not like, this is it and I have to buy it. You know, he was okay with going and buying something else when I said, no, I want it to stay. You know, we had a big farm. He didn't really care. Like, it's not going to be a pain for him to keep one animal, you know?
Yeah.
But then my family came to my bed and they tried to convince me. And I was like, oh, okay, cash
So
money.
cute.
I literally had my money, cash underneath my pillow. So I counted them and I was like, oh, it would look good if it's more. Okay, let me sell it. Let me sell it.
You didn't feel bad?
No, I sold her or him. What you mean, bro? I'm just telling you, I was business savvy.
No, that's great. No, don't get me wrong. I'm leaving my kids with you for a couple of months so you can take care of them for a little bit. That's a baller move.
Yeah.
Very smart. But like, you didn't feel like
I don't know really, but I just remember like the flashbacks when I remember this. I remember that's what happened. And it's really
smart.
unforgettable to me. Like, I still remember how everybody was shocked and everything. All the kids were like, oh my God, why didn't we do that? I was like, I'm special.
Yeah. So cute.
It was just a funny story, to be honest.
I just remembered the one thing. It wasn't Eid. It was my Eid. It was my birthday back home.
That's more
and
important than
it
Eid.
was a close. It was a close to Eid sometime. So what I did is I decided that I was going to invite all of my friends without telling my mom or anybody.
What?
Yeah. I
inviting them over?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, I went to my school. I was in elementary school, and back home elementary school is big. Like the classes were huge. There were like 30, 40
like the
kids.
whole neighborhood kind of had only one school.
Exactly.
So like sometimes even outside of the neighborhood come, you know, because it's like the school of the area.
Yes. So I invited, I think 15 or 16 of them.
Damn,
I had little cards that I painted, and I, had a whole thing. Invitation cards, yes. I was being very bougie, and I gave it to them and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm waiting for y'all. And I was very talkative and so I stood and I gave a speech to everyone. And there were specific ones that I did not give them invitation cards because I did not like them. Yeah. So,
kids move.
And in the front of them, I was like, I'm waiting for everyone else. I was so mean.
That and never get old of that. Please.
I don't think we should. Yes, I agree with you, because I'm trying to go back to that level. But like, now that I'm thinking, I was a bit harsh, too harsh. So I told them that, I'm waiting for y'all and stuff like that. And I was imagining things that are going to happen without my family knowing at all, right? Here comes lunch. I left school. We had lunch. Nobody knows, right?
Oh, my God.
And I should have told my parents. It would have been fine. Like, it's okay. What's the biggest issue? But I don't know why I was scared to.
Okay.
And everybody was sleeping siesta time. And the door starts knocking. I'm not sleeping, mind you.
She's waiting on her party.
I used to I was very little, so I would sleep in between my mom and my dad, take a nap with them. And so I'm just under the sheet and I'm scared hearing the door getting knocked. And then my dad wakes up and he goes down to open the door. And he comes up and he's like, it's your friend. And she is here and she's dressed up, and they were all wearing dresses and stuff.
Oh my God.
And the guys are wearing extra, yes. And then my mom looked at me, and I knew death was coming my way. That's the end of the
better
world.
know.
Yes. And my dad ran to go grab like a cake and stuff because they had planned something at night. Yes. No, literally, my dad was pissed, but like he was just trying to make the best out of it, right? He ran outside to get stuff.
Oh my God.
And then the entire time, my mom's just like looking at me, staring into my eyes like, you know what's going to happen, right? As soon as they leave.
Oh, that
So,
look is well deserved.
My
to be
sisters
honest.
were straightening my hair, and I was, getting like the best treatment. But my sisters were warning me, like, girl, you're about to die.
You better enjoy this 2 hours.
No, literally, I swear, one of them was like, enjoy it. We'll deal with everything later, after.
Oh my God.
So they brought me the cutest cake and everything, and I'm going down, and the girls are coming. The kids are coming my way. And then someone from the neighbors heard, and they are coming. Everybody's just gathering in the garden. Literally over 20 kids were there.
Oh my God.
We had fun, and then I wish the night did not end. I was just having a blast. And then it ended, and my mom grounded me for like good 2 weeks or whatever. I can't remember.
Bro, that's a ballsy move. Like, to be
Literally.
honest, you really deserve a hit and a groundment for 2 weeks.
Yes,
Like,
I think I did not get the hit because my dad was there.
Okay.
When my dad is there, it's always no one is ever touching me
Same.
because I was the youngest. I was the spoiled one, so nobody would ever get to tell me anything.
Yeah.
But then they always remember it for me because once my dad leaves out of town,
It's
then
unforgettable.
everybody just jumps around and it's like, what did you do last week and stuff like that.
Honestly, that's very ballsy.
It was so much fun because now, like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I met my friend, the first one that came to the house.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
You met her here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She lives in Michigan, and we went to do our
remember you
passports.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you went to a wedding there.
No. We went to do our passports, our Iraqi passports, and I saw her there, and we laughed so much remembering this shit because she knew all the kids knew that my family did not know, and their family knew. It was a whole drama thing. And then like the next day in school, I walked in and everybody was trying to bully me for it, but I was like, "What are you bullying me for? You ate cake. The fuck?" So have fun. No, I was not.
She's like, I'm not about to be bullied right here. Y'all had a blast.
No, I would not get bullied at school. I wasn't a bully. I was the one that rescued kids from being bullied. But if you bully me, I would not care.
Yeah.
I would literally fight you.
Same. I was a fighter in elementary
That's
school.
so good though, because I hated kids who did not fight.
I know what you mean.
For a reason, maybe that they grew up being like that, but fight. Damn.
I used to be grounded all the time because of fighting. Like, I would seriously enjoy it. Like, I think my goal was to go to school to eat snacks with my friends and to fight. That's it. That was absolutely my goal, because we had a small supermarket, like a mini market inside the school in Iraq, and it's only during the break time they open, and it's just chips and drinks.
I love that. They used to have falafel sandwiches sometimes, and my mom was not allowing me to eat them because she thinks it's nasty.
Yeah.
And guess what I do? I still save up my money and go buy me a falafel sandwich, and then get sick, and then she
would send, my mom would send us with like a lunch food, and that would be untouched. Let me tell you that, because I would only eat snacks. I would go back home, make sure to bury the sandwich either somewhere around the house or like inside like the furniture and things like that. But yeah, that sandwich.
One time I forgot a sandwich because I would trash them, right? I don't like them. And my dad would give me money every morning, so I would just go buy with that.
Like, I make it to myself now, and I'm like, it's
so
good.
Good. It would be mortadella or something.
Exactly.
It's really good.
Or kiri.
Yes.
Or lavash kiri.
Literally. But one time I forgot it in the side pocket.
Okay.
And it was there for months. Ooh. It was smelling like shit.
It was green.
And my mom figured it out. Oh, I almost.
Oh, gosh.
I almost. Slept outside of the house that day.
Yeah.
She was pissed off.
We had a storage in our second floor that had just like suitcases, bags, mattresses, like anything extra in the house, we put it in that storage room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you put food there?
Yeah. Yeah. And it smelled super bad. It was sandwich after sandwich after sandwich after sandwich after sandwich. It was bad.
ثريا.
Terrible. I swear.
They're
It was-
trash. Just trash
Oh,
them. Give them to the
no.
chickens.
Bro, I used to hit them in ways where they're not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna stay there and it's gonna rot and it's gonna bring shit. I don't know why I thought
Why
like
the
that. And
fuck
we
are-
had a bunch of chickens. We had like a
Yeah.
huge farm that I can bury the food in and nobody would know about. I don't know why I thought about keeping them in a suitcase, and hide them in a suitcase would be the good
The
idea.
best route to take.
Exactly. Like, come on. I don't know what I used to think about, but yeah, I got caught. And of course, you know what happens after you get caught.
It's the scariest thing ever.
My mom
because
did not
you
go
really
easy with hitting. My mom was a professional. And even for like if she's like trying to like be disciplined and teach me something, she's like, a whole week without this, a whole week, like for her it's like
Yeah.
a whole week without going to the pool, a whole week cleaning the house, a whole week
for a kid, a
not
whole
watching
week.
TV.
That's a decade.
Yes,
For
or
real.
like not touching the computer, not doing anything that you like for a whole week. And she used to go and pick what I used to be obsessed with during that period,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah.
she was savage, to be honest.
It was a grounding for me too, but also there was one of my sisters and my mom would make a gang against me, and they would have me in the room in my parents' room because it's safe. Like there isn't like nothing that I might do stupidly there, and they would just have me sit there for like 2-3 hours, and they know I hate to be in a place not being able to get out of. And I love to be outside in the streets. So they put me in the exact same time that my friends all outside and playing soccer. And I could
course.
see them
You
because
could
it had
hear
a
them
balcony.
too.
And I could hear them. I'm just looking at them and I'm pissed off. But then it had me thinking this entire time of like, I should not be doing what I'm doing. And then comes the
You should
next day, and nothing changes. Even worse.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I wasn't like, I was like crazy in that sense, but I was like a very good student, and I got my shit together, and I cared about school, so it balanced out a little bit.
But I think you were a head ass, like,
yeah, I was.
because you are still one. So I feel like definitely I can see it as a kid. It was extra, probably.
Thank you. Yes, it was because my dad taught me that way.
Yeah.
You get what you want,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's either my way or the highway. And if I say something, my dad always has to do it, and everybody has
It's
to agree
because
on
you
it.
are also the youngest
Yeah,
daughter, so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, it's
And I
special.
spend a lot of time with him, so he taught me to just get
what you want.
whatever I want.
Yeah, insist on what
And-
you want, then you'll get it.
It's when I was a kid, I would have to say it was more of a brat
Yeah.
thing, and it wasn't a good thing.
Yeah.
But right now, as a grown person, it's
Yeah.
a good thing because I know that really when I put my mind into something, I'll get it no matter what. So it came in a good way, I
It's
guess.
so cute. Life is so weird.
I love those days. I miss them so much.
For Eid, I used to have an outfit for every single day of the Eid. Like 4 outfits for the 4 days, plus the PJ the morning of the Eid, because I have to wake up and be in my newest PJ, like sleep in my Eid PJ. It's so
Yeah.
stupid. And now
That's so cute.
I'm just looking at my clothes. I'm like, rematch. Rematch. Honestly, I have nothing
We
that I
don't
want to
got
buy.
time. We don't got time now.
And
really.
I almost have everything. Like in today's world, I'm like, okay, I just need a pair of jeans and then whatever shirt I'm wearing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like I have everything in. Maybe there's never enough, but like
Yeah, but like
It's
when we
just
were
that same
kids,
excitement.
a
It's
piece
not-
of clothes is just something different,
Exactly.
You get so excited.
Yeah.
I would literally die to feel this excitement again,
Same.
It was nice.
same.
For me, it was always a skirt or a dress
yeah.
and another pants.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
one that is sporty and comfortable
And
to
one is
play
dressy,
soccer and
yeah.
whatever, and one that is like dressy and stuff. But I would always like wear the dressy one for like an hour or two and can't wait to go
Yeah.
wear the other things and play
Yeah,
soccer.
I rarely wear dresses and skirts as a kid.
Me too, yeah.
Like, I can seriously probably think that every time I wore a dress, there's probably a picture of it because it was like occasional.
As a special occasion.
Very occasional.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, and I used to not brush my hair. Like, I was just a tomboy. Also, the lifestyle is completely different. Like, I go out now. You know,
We were,
adult
yeah, and
woman,
also
it's
the
different.
activities that we used to do. Like when I was a kid, I only had 2 friends that were girls.
Yeah.
I had 20 friends that were guys, and we would play soccer outside. You know, so
Speaking
it
about
wasn't like
Yeah.
the environment would shape you in a specific way. You know.
True. Speaking about that, yesterday I went to the gym. Oh, it was me and 5 other girls only. The gym was packed with men.
Yeah.
And I never realized that. Every time I go, you can count the girls. It's mostly men.
I mean, the same. This gym that I have in my apartment is so small, and it's always men that more than.
Do girls work out or no?
I feel like they do, but they feel more comfort to do it from their own house.
You think so?
Because sometimes when I want to do specific things, I really feel the comfort of doing it from my place.
Okay.
I just start doing random shit.
Because like it made me think also when I go running outside, same thing. I rarely find women, you know? It's mostly men.
Running there is.
When I do like analysis in my head, it's mostly it's mostly men, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And it just makes me feel like, do women exercise as much as men, or do men exercise more than women?
I feel like we do, but we also have a lot of more things that we take care of or that we go through.
Yeah.
Period,
Oh, true.
kids, pregnancy, you know?
Like things that would put us on hold.
Exactly.
Okay.
Put us on hold or actually make us feel comfortable to do it at home.
Yeah.
So we would still do it, I
Yeah,
feel like.
men are more disciplined with gym, and they do have more time
Yeah.
for gym for sure.
They have more time. I don't know about discipline because we would still be
Yeah.
able to be, disciplined to do it. But having the more time and the privilege, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
100% men have that. We don't really. Well, we do because we're chilling. But like women
know
that
what?
actually have kids and stuff like that.
The
they
other
don't.
day, I was thinking that my mom, at my age, she had 3 kids.
Yeah.
How did you do that? How?
My mom at 22, I think, or 23. 23 or 24. I don't know. In that under 25, she had 3.
Yeah, my mom under 25, she had 2.
That's
2 or 3. I don't know, bro. I have no idea.
I'm literally 26 and I feel like I'm a kid. I cannot have a kid right now. Hell no.
Conspiracy theory, they say that this is all programmed. Like everything that we're thinking right now has been programmed for us to be like that. Because
Maybe, I guess.
like they did a study about somebody who was very involved in the government. I'm very bad with names, so I'm not gonna even bring up his name.
Yeah.
He wrote a book or a documentary or like a short like note something. He wrote it basically, is that the earth cannot handle the rate of growth that we are growing in, and the amount of babies, comparing to mortality. Like there are a lot more birth than mortality, so it's not sustainable for the earth to keep going.
Yes.
So they decided to change the ideas and the way that we think about sex, the way that we think about family. But they noticed that they cannot just tell people to stop having sex, because people are not going to listen to that. A lot of people are addicted to it. It's like one thing that people enjoy, and you really can't tell people you can't have sex and then listen to you be like, yes, sir, So what they decided is bring homosexuality into the picture more, so bring the idea of homosexuality into society where people are being more open-minded about being homosexual, and bisexual, and the gays and the lesbians and the transgender, all that. They started making a study about that and how to push it and make it more acceptable for people to still enjoy sex and do the thing that they admire the most without having kids. So that's why we live in a world where the attention on having kids is a lot less than 20, 30 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about years ago. 20, 30 years ago was different.
Yeah.
You know? So I truly believe it and I see it. That's why I feel like that study in that book or whatever, that note of the scientist that wrote it is absolutely true.
It
think about
it makes sense to a certain extent, right? But also there where we cannot just like say that because of the study, the changes that have happened on society
it's
is
not the
also,
study.
you know, because people are experiencing those things and that they how do I say it? Like they want to, they really worked hard. Some people really worked hard to be presented in a certain way in the society, right? Not because this study came along
So this
that
is-
it helped them to be acceptable in the society. But I also see a point of that because it really is. And we had a conversation last time after, I think after we finished the podcast.
Maybe, I don't remember.
Yeah, that I was telling y'all that I really think having kids nowadays is very unsustainable. It really is.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and that adopting kids is way more sustainable because there are so many kids out there that need your help with everything that is happening around the world right now, the wars and everything, and kids are losing their family
Poverty
right and
is
left,
so much
and
more.
poverty too. So I think, in my opinion, adopting a kid is way more important than being selfish of having your own name going down the line. Trust me, in 100 years, nobody cares who you are. Nobody's going to remember your name at all. So stop having these ideas of you wanting to have a kid, or specifically a boy, to carry your name down the line, because this is just not important to the society at all.
Old-fashioned, like,
And it's very
absolutely not the
unsustainable.
same, like,
Yeah.
it's
But
really
a lot
not.
of people still think like that.
Oh,
Believe
yeah,
it or
of
not, a
course.
lot of people. And it's
course.
at this stage, it really is it shows how uneducated you are, to be honest, because people back then really did not have the education that we have right now. So you need to stop being ignorant, and you need to start being less selfish about that and really do something that returns something good back to the society. I think, in my opinion, adoption is the best option now, to be honest. Not to say that I don't want to have my own kids one day. I would love to, but I think adoption would be a much better option.
True. I don't know what I wanted to say. It was a very clear thought. The other day I was watching some cults, here in the States, in the States. And some of them have like 12, 30 kids from the same dad. One dad has 30 plus kids. Why are we doing this?
That's just fucking stupid.
It's insane. It's stupid. It should be illegal. But these people choose to live in the countryside where nobody knows about them. Some of their kids are born at home, not even in hospital. So nobody even knows that their kids are here on this earth, because it's home education. Everything is from home. It's a cult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty scary, because like those kids one day, then they're going to come to the cities
Yeah.
if they escape the cult.
And they're going to be shocked.
They're going to be shocked. And some of them might not even survive, to be
True.
honest. Like,
True.
might even commit murder. You really don't know how these people will react, especially if you are being held in a cult and being fed all these ideas. And it's crazy and it's shocking, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere. People think that probably it's in the US, people are more like
True.
modern,
Yeah.
but no, you find these cults everywhere in this world. There are cults that still think like that. We need to have kids unstoppably,
That's wrong,
It's
in my
stupid.
opinion. But also, I don't agree to whatever China is doing, where you can only have one child, and if you have the second one by mistake, they literally take that child away from you and they give it to a family that cannot have a child, forcefully. I think that is horrible
I
too.
think they changed the law now where you can have 2 or 3.
Oh,
I
I'm
think.
not sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did
nice.
change it.
But like, also they're almost 2 billion, so that's a huge number.
There's a short and female population, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that. This
That's-
is why they changed from, you can only have one kid. Now you can have multiple kids because of that. Imagine, it took years for them because it's an experiment. At the end of the day, everything that we're doing now is an experiment. We're just experimenting what we're doing. To be honest, there is nothing set. So like when China figured out that their female population is so low, is gonna kill their like population basically. How are you gonna bring kids to this life? Like it's only man. So they changed it, but it's still, is it gonna work? We don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, because those things take hundreds of years to like reflect back and, you know, see the changes. But overall, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, one time I saw a video about like men. Oh, in the overall like 8 billion people, men population are way less than
female,
I think, or it's the other way around.
The entire world.
Yeah,
I think you are right.
And that it is really gonna be affecting us down the future to have more kids because so I don't know honestly about that, because at the end of the day we're still 8 billion. That's probably not going to show in the next like 500,000 years. But
I feel like in big cities, fast cities, people who are, not most people, but like the majority of people who live in big cities are bringing less kids to life because they can see it. They can see the overpopulation in the cities. They can see that it's not sustainable to bring many kids to their lives, you know? So I feel like you have to be in a big city to realize this, because if you are in a small city, your environment is not like that. You're not going to notice the overpopulation. You're not going to feel like you are participating in something bad if you bring 10 kids to life, you know? They don't know, like they live
you're isolated. You feel like you're in a bubble by yourself, and that's
isolation.
And that's how it is honestly back home, mostly because people in the city are a little bit more aware of what's going on.
True.
And they have way less kids, like 2, 3, 4 maximum. And then you go outside to the farms and stuff like that, and you see them having 10, 11, 15
multiple
kids.
Wives.
And it's crazy. So we all just need to find a nice medium. Maybe each person can have one kid and adopt another one. That would be great. But don't be selfish, please. Think of this planet, because it's going to collapse soon if we don't.
Again, the also the other day I was listening to the Illuminati like thing, and it is like,
that shit scares me.
the leaders in it are real. It's not fake. It's real. It's a secret society started from Yale University, and they still exist. It's secretive to a point that none of its members are willing to talk about it till today, because it's super secretive. And they do play a huge role into how we are systematically thinking, systematically living. And a lot of people feel like, oh, it's not a real thing, it's just a conspiracy theory. No, there is a secret society, and this society is the one who is making the rules and who is controlling the narrative of what gets into our heads. You know, what is being presented to us through media, through the news, through the educational system. So I feel like if you go to school, but you also do an outside education, you will find why you are being taught the things you are being taught in school, you know?
Yeah.
And why is your family dynamic is like this? Why is having babies or not having babies is in a certain way, like presented in a certain way to you. Having like families where it's 2 men, 2 women, you know, it all plays into who's controlling the world. And I truly believe in it. Like, if there is truly a group that is controlling the world, then it makes sense. Why is it being controlled this way? You know what I mean? Things don't just happen because this is how the flow is. There
No,
has to be
it's-
a group that is controlling the bigger narrative.
It's been like that since forever, since
Yeah.
we were created, because religions are the things that actually
True.
happened thousands and thousands years ago. Until today, they still control us, and I don't mean control in a bad way. It could be in a bad way, it could be in a good way. They could be something that you could choose to be disciplined in and follow certain things and be a better person, or they can control you to a point that you will just follow things without understanding
Yeah.
where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And I truly also believe that wars are something that those people are using to control the population to a
course.
certain extent.
Of course.
Because and even COVID, we talked about it last time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like this is another thing to control population also,
true.
because we're a lot. 8 billion is a lot.
True.
And
COVID also have been written about. So
Yeah.
I'm talking about things that have been written by people who did studies and research years ago,
yeah,
writing about things that are happening now. So this is why I'm saying it's a system, and you just have to notice how to be the most authentic version of yourself within that system. You just have to know
true.
what values are deeply implemented into you. You just have to discover what matters to you and what doesn't matter to you. That's I guess that's how you can probably maneuver to live your best life in this world, is just being more educated and more connected with your feelings, I guess, and just analyze everything that is being presented to you. Keep asking the why and how and who questions within yourself. Other than that, you're just gonna end up being a zombie. So
Yeah, don't do shit just to do it. Don't be a
yeah.
follower, please.
yeah. Don't do things just because other people will see you cool doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
And sometimes you can follow certain things that you believe in, but dig deep and understand what they are and who made them.
Yeah.
So you don't end up just doing things just to do it for the trend, or that's everybody's doing it, so I should do it. So
Yes.
just be careful.
Yes.
We had a blast today.
We had a blast, and I feel like I did talk so much.
Me
I feel
too.
like my mouth have been moving for so long. It was so hard to move it at the beginning, but now it's like non-stop. So what's going on?
And it's my siesta time.
It is that time again.
It's time.
It's time.
Start falling asleep here. It's time.
I hope you guys enjoyed this Eid
Special Eid.
Enjoy your
Adha
Eid,
Mubarak.
do your thing, enjoy it, do whatever you like to do. Don't do things that people are doing in Eid just because it's Eid and that's what everybody does.
But
Do
eat
you.
the good food for breakfast, please.
Yes.
Still do that.
Yes.
That's the best thing you could do starting the day, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yes, I hope you are enjoying your Eid mentality, state of mind.
Yep. Peace, and
Love
we
you.
wish you a merry
Eid.
Eid Adha.